FY25 earnings conference call hosted by Anand Rathi Share and Stock Brokers Limited. This conference call may contain forward-looking statements about the company, which are based on the beliefs, opinions, and expectations of the company as on date of this call. These statements are not the guarantees of future performance and involve risks and uncertainties that are difficult to predict. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Bhavin Modi from Anand Rathi. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Hello, everyone. On behalf of Anand Rathi Institutional Equities, I extend a warm welcome to the Ashoka Buildcon Limited Q3 FY25 earnings conference call. We are pleased to have with us today Mr. Satish Parakh, Managing Director, and Mr. Paresh Mehta, Chief Financial Officer. Without further delay, I invite Mr. Satish Parakh, sir, to share his opening remarks, following which we will open the floor for a Q&A session. Over to you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, Bhavin. Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Ashoka Buildcon Limited, I extend a warm welcome to everyone joining us today to discuss our business and financial results of Q3 and 9 months ended 31st December 2024. On this call, we are joined by our CFO, Mr. Paresh Mehta, VP Accounts, Mr. Piyush Jain, and SGA, our Investor Relations Advisor. Let me begin by giving an industry overview. India remains committed to advancing its major infrastructure projects, driving forward its remarkable growth trajectory. With a vast road network spanning...
There are more than 20 parties in the conference.
With a vast road network spanning over 3.3 million kilometers, the country's road infrastructure plays a pivotal role in the development of key economic sectors. Notably, while national highways make up just 2% of the network, they extend over 66,500 kilometers, serving as backbone of connectivity and economic progress. In the recent Union Budget 2025-26, the government has reinforced its commitment to infrastructure by allocating 11.21 lakh crore to the sector. Additionally, an outlay of 1.5 lakh crore has been proposed for 50-year interest-free loans to states for capital expenditure and reforms. These measures aim to support a rapid growth and enhance transport network across the country. The sector continues to build strong momentum, driven by ambitious government targets. This year, government aims to award around 12,900 kilometers of highway project, a 50% increase from the previous year. The second quarter saw an average over 600 kilometers awarded per month, while the third quarter witnessed even greater traction, with November alone recording 773 kilometers in awarded projects. Additionally, October 2024 set a record for electronic toll collection, reaching 6,115 crores due to increase in travel during the festive season. Additionally, the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways is also prioritizing high-speed corridors while embracing technological advancement, particularly through adoption of artificial intelligence in infrastructure. This includes implementation of automated and intelligent machine-aided construction to enhance efficiency and precision in national highway projects. By coming to the company, Ashoka Concessions Limited, a subsidiary of the company, has entered into share purchase agreements with Indian Highways Concessions Trust, inter alia, for divestment of its 5 subsidiaries. The aggregate enterprise value of the transaction is rupees 5,718 crores, subject to adjustments for cash and debt translating into an equity value of INR 2,539 crores. The company will acquire 34% stake of equity of ACL from Macquarie and SBI Infrastructure Investments Private Limited and SBI Macquarie Infrastructure Trust for rupees 1,526 crores. The company, along with its subsidiary Viva Highways Limited and ACL, has entered into an agreement with the investors SPA for the following transaction, which shall subject to completion of sell certain proceeds assets of ACL and the company, thereby providing an exit to the investors from ACL post acquisition of ACL securities held by investors. ACL would become wholly owned subsidiary of the company with effect from the date of acquisition of ACL securities. Another development is Ashoka Buildcon Limited and subsidiary Ashoka Construction Limited have entered into agreements to sell their stake in several HAM project subsidiaries for an aggregate concession of 2,324 crores. Now on the projects front, let me update you on this. Company has received provisional completion certificate of 39.07 kilometers out of total 40.6 kilometers. And the project is executed by Ashoka Baswantpur Singnodi Road Private Limited and SPV, a wholly owned subsidiary of the company. Company also received letter of acceptance from MSRDC projects in October 2024 for an aggregate value of 2,309 crores. Company also received LOA from BMC for a project of construction of flyover at T junction on Sion Panvel Highway in Maharashtra for a value of 1,126 crores inclusive of GST. The company has also received 3 LOAs from MMRDA in October 2024 aggregating to 1,737 crores. The letter of award and execution concession agreement with National Highway Authority for the project of 1,391 crores in the state of West Bengal for Boychwadi HAM project. We are also in receipt of notification of award for Madhya Pradesh Purva Kshetra Vidyut Vitran Community Limited for 192 crores. This is a EPC contract. Then company has also received execution of contract with Bangalore International Airport Limited, a bid accepted at 1,055 crores. This is an EPC project for construction of elevated taxiway systems, pavement, drainage, and ancillary buildings. As on 31st December 2024, our balance order book stands at 16,457 crores. Roads and railway projects comprise around 14,000 crores, which is 74% of the total order book. Among the road projects order book, HAM projects are to the tune of 2,020 crores and EPC road projects are worth 9,663 crores. Railway is around 416 crores, 416 crores. Power T&D accounts for 3,796 crores, which is approximately 23% of the total order book. The total building EPC segment is 562 crores, which is just 3% of the total order book. To conclude, let me say again that our primary focus remains in maintaining a sustainable EPC business in segments encompassing highways, railways, power transmission and distribution, as well as buildings. This is all from my side. I now request Mr. Paresh Mehta to present the financial performance. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. Starting with the standalone numbers for Q3 and 9 months FY25. So total income for Q3 FY25 stood at 1816 crores as compared to 2162 crores in Q3 FY24, a degrowth of 16%. EBITDA for the quarter stood at 187 crores with EBITDA margin of 10.3%. PAT stood at 61 crores for the quarter. For 9 months FY25, the total income stood at 5175 crores as compared to 5309 crores, a degrowth of 3%. EBITDA for the period stood at 493 crores, a growth of 4%, with EBITDA margins improving by 60 basis points to 9.5%. PAT stood at 137 crores for 9 months FY25. Our revenue contribution for each segment for Q3 FY25 is as follows. Road EPC contributed 57.9%. Road HAM contributed 12.4%. Power EPC contributed 23.7%. Railways stood at 2.5%, and other segments like building, EPC and others contributed 3.4%. Coming to the consolidated results, the total income for Q3 FY25 stood at 2,426 crores as compared to 2,699 crores in Q3 FY24, a 10% degrowth. EBITDA for the quarter stood at 677 crores, a growth of 6% year-on-year. PBT grew by 62% YoY to 307 crores. For 9 months FY25, total income stood at 7,450 crores as compared to rupees 6,867 crores in Q3 FY24, registering a growth of 8%. EBITDA for the quarter stood at 2,251 crores, a growth of 30% year-on-year. PBT stood at rupees 1,074 crores, growth of 137%. During the quarter, the company and its subsidiary, Ashoka Buildcon Limited, have entered into share subscription and purchase agreements and other transaction documents for the sale of its entire stake in 5 of its wholly owned subsidiaries, BOT subsidiaries, which are engaged in construction and operating of road projects on BOT basis, which is subject to completion of certain conditions precedent, including approval from lenders of the respective subsidiary and regulatory approvals. Considering the high probability of the sale transactions getting completed as per the Ind AS 105, the assets and liabilities of the subsidiaries have been classified as held for sale in the current quarter. Consequent to this, the amortization of intangible assets in these subsidiaries have been discontinued in the consolidated financial results from the date of classification as held for sale. Further, the company has also recognized deferred tax asset of 424 crores on the difference between the carrying value of the net assets of such subsidiaries in the consolidated books and its tax base. Total consolidated debt as of 31st December 2024 stood at rupees 6,847 crores. The standalone debt is at 1,466 crores, which comprises of 107 crores of equipment term loan, 1,059 crores of working capital loan, and NCDs of 300 crores. In Q3 FY25, in our BOT division, the company recorded a gross total collection of 331 crores as against 314 crores in Q3 FY24, recording a growth of 5%. With this, now we open the floor for question and answers. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone phone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. Again, you may press star and 1 to ask a question now. Our first question comes from the line of Jainam Jain from ICICI Securities. Please go ahead.
Thank you for the opportunity. So my first question is, what is the order pipeline which we are seeing right now in NHI biddings?
Yeah, so NHI is now coming up with projects of 3,400 kilometers, which are already announced. That is NHI plus MRTH plus NHIDCL, amounting to around 1,11,000 crores. So these are projects which are in pipeline now.
Okay. And sir, what would be the order inflow and revenue guidance for FY26? Also, if you can give some margin guidance for FY26.
So for FY26, we expect, based on the order book received in the last quarter and expected orders in the coming quarters, we expect 10 to 15% at least growth in the revenues over 25, with the margins to the tune of 10 to 11%.
And sir, order inflow guidance?
Order inflow guidance would be in the range of 12 to 14,000 crores.
Okay, sir. That answers my question. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next question comes from the line of Vaibhav Shah from JM Financial Limited. Please go ahead.
So what will be the guidance for FY25 in terms of revenue? So it will be flattish, or we expect some decline?
There would be, we'll try to achieve the last year numbers, but it could be short achieved by about 2 or 3%. Not sure. We'll just see by how the year ends. A couple of next 2 months ends.
And EBITDA margins could be closer to 9% for Q4, similar as Q3?
Yeah, for Q4 would be, we try to achieve the same margins of Q3. Overall mix would be in the range of 8.5.
Okay. And sir, are there any one-offs in the standalone results in 3Q? Did we receive any money from the deals in the standalone P&L?
No, nothing on the deals in the standalone in Q3.
Okay. And sir, if you look at the results, so our debt as per the results come at around 2,050 odd crores, and in PBT it is around 1,460 odd crores. So what is the difference of the 600 odd crores?
This would be debt received from our associates, SPVs.
So we are charging the interest also on that, right?
For debt received from SPVs, we are marginally charging interest.
What would be the interest rate, sir?
In the range of 8.5 to 9.
And so lastly, we look at the interest cost. There is a sharp increase on a quarter-on-quarter basis. So has there been a rise in mobilization advances because debt has come off on a quarter-on-quarter basis?
Yeah, so the mobilization advance has typically remained same, though it has been more, large amounts have been received in the last month, that is the month of December. But seeing the recovery of the mobilization advance also, it remains at 1,050 odd crores in both quarter end September and quarter end December. Vis-a-vis the cost of finance going up, definitely money in unbilled revenue and debtors continues to be still a bit high in the last quarter also, over and above September, which we expect to get all cleared by March end.
Okay. And sir, our guidance on equity investment for 26 and 27 for the new HAM that we have won?
Yeah, so overall our equity commitment, balanced equity commitment as of date is around 380 crores, which is including the last HAM project which we got of approximately 225 crores. So if you spread it over the years, by 25 end we will spend around 175 crores. 25, 26, 112 crores, and 26, 27, 93 crores.
And sir, lastly, if you look at the HAM project that you have won, so the EPC value appears quite high. So 1390 crore is the BPC, and EPC is 1318 crores.
Right. So, based on that, that's how we have bid for. Yeah, so EPC will continue to have its own margin of 10 to 11%, and there'll be IRR at the SPV level also. A project cost would be in the range of 1700 crores.
Okay. And sir, lastly, if you could give us a number that what is the total order inflows in terms of EPC value for us till date?
For the year?
For the year.
9,000 crores approximately.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. I will come back in the queue.
Yeah.
Thank you. A reminder to all the participants, you may press star and 1 to ask a question. Next question comes from Bhavin Modi from Anand Rathi. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hello, sir. So this year we saw most of the inflows coming from the EPC road side, and there was one from the HAM side. So how should we rate this? Like, we are expecting more HAM to come with the upturn cycle, or focus has changed toward EPC and power transmission?
So by now we are an all-round EPC player. So we'll have new bids from road projects, EPC, road HAM projects, railways, power, and buildings. So we are bidding in all these segments, and also water. So now Ashoka has become a full-range EPC player with focus on EPC, and wherever we get an opportunity for PPP, we will pick up some HAM projects, and there will be PPP opportunity maybe in other sectors also.
So, and how are you looking about the tendering uptake in from NHAI North? Because generally Q4 is ramping up of awards generally happens during Q4. So are we also likely to see same trend this year?
Yeah, there is very much possibility that this March also would see a lot of bids. Like I said, 3,400 kilometers, they are already in pipeline, which is amounting to 1,11,000 crores. Plus, there are a lot of other bids which may come up by March end.
Right.
So good amount of bidding should happen by March end, yeah.
Yes. And sir, some queries with respect to the monetization. So what is the status of NHAI and lenders approval with respect to the 11 HAM projects, and what are the timeline expected?
So in the 11 HAM projects which we have, almost 70% of our assets we have got in principle okay from NHAI. And lenders also almost 50% NOC has come. So we are targeting certain offloading of certain HAM projects by 31st March.
Okay, sir. And sir, with respect to Jaora Naigaon, I understand. Can you help us with the status of deal with NIF? Moreover, what are the progress with respect to remaining 26% stake from SREI and SMPL?
So on the NIF, the long stop date on that agreement passed away long time back. So presently we are not in active discussion with NIF for the acquisition of the same. And as far as the 26% of shares are concerned, we are still pursuing with MPRDC for getting the NOC for transferring those shares to our name.
Okay. So post that, we will be the 100% shareholder of that subsidiary.
Yeah, including 26% which we may acquire from Macquarie.
Okay. Okay, sir. And sir, with respect to the 5 BOT assets, which we earlier dealt with KKR, and now we are with Indian Highway Concession Trust. So shall we expect the timely approvals, and what is the final date with respect to that for monetization?
So we expect to get the transaction concluded by 31st March. We are at a very few of the in principle NOCs have already come in from NHI. We are waiting for the couple of more. On the banks also, almost 70% banks have already given 60% banks have given their consent, NOC for change of ownership. So we are trying to achieve the timelines and close it by March 25.
Yeah, okay, sir. That's it from my side.
Thank you. Participants, you may press star and 1 to ask a question. The next question comes from Anupam Gupta from IIFL Securities. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi, and thanks for the opportunity, sir. The question is on this existing order book. So, of the total 16,500 crores, what number is under execution at this point of time?
So almost 14,000 is under execution. One project of MSRDC is yet to start, and one project awarded by CIDCO is yet to start.
Okay, MSRDC and CIDCO, so two only projects which are there.
Other projects are all started.
Okay, understand. And so post the 9,000 crore inflow which we have seen right now in this year, what's the sort of inflow you're looking for the balance of the quarter?
Balance of the quarter, we expect 3,000 to 4,000 crores. We should be able to, looking at the bidding pipeline, tenders which we already bid and not opened, and maybe this March end should throw up a good amount of bidding. So we're expecting around 3,000 crores we should do.
Okay. And any BOT projects which will come up in this quarter, or BOT only thing will happen next year?
BOT means sale of BOT projects, yes.
No, bidding for BOT projects.
Bidding for BOT, one of projects come only for biddings, and we are very selective about bidding for BOT projects. So we haven't yet participated in any of the BOT highway bidding.
Understand. Okay. And the next question is on the margins. So margins, you have seen an improvement in this quarter, and you're again saying that next quarter should be stronger, and guidance for next year is also better. So overall, do you think that the entire stock of relatively poor quality projects are now over, and the new order book, existing order book, is largely 10% plus margins also?
Yes, but the new order books will pick up in Q3, Q4, because these are all at mobilization stage, design stage. And these are all big structures. Real ramp up we'll see in Q3, Q4.
Sure. Okay. Sure. That's all from my side, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Next question comes from the line of Sushant Verma, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hello, good afternoon, sirs. I know you won't, this is not the forum to really answer the question about the stock market and anything like that. But very clearly, in the last 45 days, the stock has lost about 25% of its value. I know you won't probably comment on that, but does that indicate that the whole sector will have tailwinds considering the budgetary allocation or the overall environment? So how is it going to pan out? I'm a bit worried about the sector as a whole, and particularly, of course, Ashoka Buildcon. So what's your view on that?
I think the stock markets are playing out more on public sentiment and sentiment with the government. Cannot really specifically say why stocks are moving up or down in this last couple of months throughout in every sector. So better not said than commit anything on that.
No, I understand that, sir. That's why I started with that, saying I don't expect an answer from a stock movement perspective from you. But does that indicate an underlying problem in this sector? That is what I'm trying to find out.
No, I agreed. So opportunity remains buoyant. There's no challenge on that. The government's focus on infrastructure, and as we have seen in the last few months, even in the state levels also, they're very keen in giving out projects. So I think so buoyant as far as the infra layout is concerned. You may call it whether roads, you may call it solar, you may call it railways. Everywhere they are looking at bolstering up the infrastructure facility and quality.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that is what was my assumption too. But somehow, I mean, I'm not getting a very good vibe, probably in the last 45 days. That's what I said. So maybe I wanted to understand if you had any other perspective. So looks like we will probably continue to do. Ashoka Buildcon would continue to do equally good, or if I mean, hopefully better than last year, right? I mean,
Definitely.
the pipe and everything.
We see a lot of opportunities.
Okay, sure. Thank you. That is what I wanted to check your view on. Thank you very much. All the best.
Thank you. Next question comes from the line of Vasudev from Nuvama. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity, sir. So, sir, you just mentioned on a previous question that we are looking to dispose some of our 11 HAM assets by end of FY25. So, what is the value that we are expecting, and when do we expect the entire transaction to get completed?
Approximately by 25 March, we should be able to sell assets out of the 2,300 to 1,000 crores of assets by March 25, and balance by September, in the September-December quarter, the balance projects in Q1, Q2, Q3, as the projects are ready for being transferred.
Okay, sure, sir. And so, we'll have this, few assets sell off from HAM, and you also said that 5 BOT assets also we are projecting to complete the sale by March end. So, what is the debt level that we should be expecting by the end of the year?
So by the end of the year, approximately 2,000 crores of 2,500 crores of debt on the BOT projects will go off the books, and approximately another maybe I'll have to check that out. Maybe around another 1,000 to 500 crores of the debt on the HAM projects will go off the books. So we should see approximately 4,000 crores of debt to go out of the books by March on the consolidated basis.
Okay. Sure, sir. And on the bid pipeline, we said that from NHAI and MORTH, it's 1,11,000 crores. So how is it looking on the other segments?
So other segments also bidding is happening. Railways is quite optimistic. A lot of bids are coming in. Power segment we see at state levels. So definitely there's a bidding pipeline.
Okay, sir. And sir, on the capex front, just what we've done in the 9 months, how much are we projecting for Q4 and FY26?
Hello.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, on the capex front, we have spent approximately, just give the number, around 55 crores on capex, and probably in this quarter we will spend another 20 odd crores.
Okay, and for FY26, have we charted out?
Around 125 crores total.
125. Okay, sir. And so just last one, if you can again repeat the revenue breakup for the quarter between different segments.
For the each segment, okay, I'll just tell you.
Yeah.
On the road EPC, 1,051 crores.
Okay.
Power, 471 crores.
Power, okay.
Railway, 169 crores.
Okay.
And other segments all put together, approximately 45 crores.
Sure, so that's it from my side. Thank you.
Thank you. Next question comes from the line of Vaibhav Shah from JM Financial Limited. Please go ahead.
Thanks for the follow-up. So, when do we expect the appointed date for the new HAM, and what is the land status for the same project?
Hello. Yeah. Can I get the question again?
Yeah. So, when do we expect the appointed date for the new HAM?
The new HAM appointed date, I think so. We have financial closure will be by March end, March somewhere, and July, somewhere around July we should expect.
And what is the land status?
Land status, 3G has been done for the substantial portion, more than it, but 3G is in process. So out of 293 hectares required, 283 3D has been processed. So this may take around 3 to 4 months for the lands to clear. And therefore, we are expecting somewhere around September to get the appointed date.
Okay. And when do we expect to start the MSRDC and CIDCO project?
So only one out of 3 MSRDC, 2 have started. One will start by March end. This is for MSRDC. And CIDCO, we may see a start date by April or May.
And sir, in CIDCO, our share is for 51%?
Yes, Ashoka Buildcon is 51%.
And who is our partner in the project?
We have a JV partner called Akshaya Infrastructures Private Limited.
Okay. And sir, have you started the execution of the Kempegowda Airport project?
Yes, Kempegowda is execution already started. It's going on in full swing.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Okay.
Thank you. Next question comes from the line of Sahil Jain from Seven Islands PMS. Please go ahead.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah, hi. Thank you for the opportunity. So I have one question related to the balance sheet side. So I've seen the debt is like too much. So are there any plans to reduce the debt level? And I see the interest cost also going up quarter-on-quarter basis. So what are the company's plan to reduce the debt, and any guidance on any numbers on the how would the balance sheet look like in FY26 end?
So you're looking at the console balance sheet or the standard accordingly?
Console balance sheet.
On the console, so there are two parts of the debt. One is the debt on the projects, and one is the debt on the standalone EPC business. On the debts of the project level, these will get reduced as and when we keep on selling those assets to the buyers, which we have suggested, some by March and some by Q1, Q2, Q3 of next year. So a substantial portion of the debt, which is approximately 5,500 crores, should go off the books by December 2025. New debt will pick up, say, like with the last Baswantpur project, debt will start picking up debt. But other than that, there is no other project debt. As far as standalone debt is concerned, approximately we have 1,400 crores of standalone debt, which we expect to reduce as and when recoveries at our EPC businesses in power largely and in certain projects in roads. We expect receipts to come out from either the concerned employers or from in the process of sale of our BOT projects where these debts will be paid off. So from that perspective, and if these transactions on the sales happen by June end, most of the standalone debt also should become substantially low.
So can you quantify the amount, the new debt that you said that you'll be raising for the projects, after the repayment?
So what we have told is we'll receive approximately 2,500 from sale of our BOT projects, which will be split into 1,750 in one stage and balance 750 in the next stage, and 2,300 crores in the HAM projects. This approximately 4,800 crores is what we expect to receive. And after clearing off dues of Makuri of around 1,500 crores, we'll be left with approximately 3,000 crores. Will be used for lowering debt and other consequent opportunities in HAM and other infra projects.
Okay. So going forward in FY26 and say March 2027, what would be the balance sheet look like the cash debt on the console level?
Should be substantially low.
That would be low. And what about cash?
What about?
cash and equivalents?
Surplus based on this. It all depends on what plans come up in the 25-26. But still, even then also, it should not be. It should be substantial cash on books.
We can say we can be net cash.
Yeah.
By
Yeah.
We can. Okay.
Right.
Thank you. That's it.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. A reminder to all the participants, you may press star and 1 to ask a question. The next question comes from the line of Dr. Amit Vora from the Homeopathic Clinic. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yeah, you are. Please go ahead.
Acha. So my question is that after selling this the present HAM and BOT projects, what other projects of HAM or BOT will be pending with us? And if you can tell the value of those projects if possible.
So we will have only one HAM project with us, which is recently awarded to us, which will continue on our consol books. Of total project size of 1,700 crores, debt would be around in the range of 900 crores. But the debt to be taken would take at least 2 years' time to pick that debt. Other than that, there will be no major debt on the books on certain small annuity projects which we have. And there will be debt on the Chennai Aura project which we have on a consol basis.
And projects apart after selling this 5 BOT and the 11 HAM projects, we would not be having any other projects right now.
We'll have one Jaora-Nayagaon project, toll road project, and one Chennai Aura annuity big project, and 2 small annuity projects which will also get closed by Q1. So it's largely one toll project, one annuity project.
So after the project. Achha, 2 big and 2 small projects after selling this 5 BOT and 11 HAM projects.
Yeah.
And of late it has been seen that the toll collection has been very good. So does that affect our balance sheet also?
Yeah, so we have seen growth in our certain major projects, leaving one off. But otherwise, we have seen 5% growth in the toll revenues quarter on quarter.
Okay. One last question. In between, we had heard about news about the investment in green hydrogen. If you can just brief us something about that. Will that be under ABL only, or it will be a separate company?
So this is an MOU entered with the Bihar government, wherein they are supposed to provide us a land for putting up the entire project. The green hydrogen project is basically a project powered by solar power, by renewable energy. So we'll be powering it by solar power, and this proposal is at a very inception stage, and we'll give you an update as and when it materializes.
Okay. And it would be under ABL only, Ashoka Buildcon only, no?
Yes, it will be under subsidiary of Ashoka Buildcon.
Okay. And one last thing, green hydrogen is a completely new thing, and we are into infrastructure and all EPC. So I don't doubt your capability, but then do we have sufficient capabilities about green hydrogen? With expertise is something different. So
this is what basically we need to build over the period.
Achha.
Yeah. And green power is solar, so we have enough capability and understanding of solar business. Hydrogen production is not something new which is done. Whenever it is powered by renewable energy, it's a green hydrogen.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. That's all from my side. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next question comes from the line of Pavin Modi from Anand Rathi. Please go ahead.
Yeah, so just a small sir, what is the order addition, till 9 months December 24, and what is the addition this quarter, like in Q3?
Till that, we have got around 9,000 crores of order book, and another 3,000 crores is what we are looking at.
So, sir, when you say 9,000 crores, so do you also include the Nandgaon Amravati project?
What is Nandgaon Amravati?
The EPC project. Some MSA TCL.
L1 we have not taken. Only the orders LOA where we have received, that is 9,000. We specific 8,900 crores.
Okay, sir. Got it.
8,980 crores, if you want exact.
So this is till December, right? December 24.
This is December end, yeah.
And we expect more 5,000 crore of.
3,000 crores is what we expect to close by this year end.
Okay, sir. Got it. Got it. Thank you, sir.
Right.
Thank you. As there are no further questions from the participants, that concludes today's conference. On behalf of Anand Rathi Share and Stock Brokers Limited, thank you for joining us. You may now disconnect your lines.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.